Senate Bill 1982, which seeks for either a suspension or reduction in the excise taxes slapped on fuel products and gas at the pump, easily sailed past third and final reading without resistance or interruption, or even the need for a bicameral review. Still, a number of senators find the need for backup legislation to address additional concerns, as we hear more from our Patrick De Jesus.
Congress has officially approved the measure granting President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. the authority to reduce or suspend the collection of excise taxes on petroleum products. During the plenary session, Senate President Vicente Soto III announced that the House of Representatives has adopted the Senate version identified as Senate Bill number 1982.
Just for the information of our colleagues and the public, as of 2 minutes ago, 3:39, the House of Representatives has adopted Senate Bill 1982 as an amendment to House Bill 9418.
As a result, the bill is automatically considered an enrolled measure and will be transmitted to the President for his signature into law.
That forgoes
The excise tax.
that
Okay.
forgoes the BICAM.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Automatically enrolled copy will be sent to the President.
Under the provisions of the bill, the President may suspend or reduce the excise tax for a period not exceeding 1 year. However, Senator Risa Hontiveros maintains that adjusting the excise tax alone is insufficient. She asserts that concrete assistance must be provided to the sectors directly impacted by volatile fuel prices. Consequently, she has filed Senate Bill number 1986, which proposes a 52.8 billion peso supplemental budget dedicated to subsidies for drivers, farmers, fisher folk, and other vulnerable sectors.
This measure must be complemented by a supplemental budget. Kailangan natin ng direktang tulong para sa mga sektor na pinakaapektado, ang ating mga tsuper, mananakay, magsasaka, mangingisda, at iba pang umaasa sa araw-araw na paggamit ng krudo.
Meanwhile, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian is advocating for the transition of public utility vehicles running on fossil fuel energy to electric-powered vehicles. He argues that by transitioning to electric transport, these sectors would be less vulnerable to global fluctuations in oil prices. In a separate legislative move, Senator Francis Escudero has filed Senate Bill number 1993, which seeks the establishment of a state-owned crude oil storage facility. The senator highlighted that the Philippines currently imports 90 to 95% of its crude oil and petroleum products. He noted that minor disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz has disproportionate effects on the national economy. The proposed measure allocates 60 billion pesos for the construction and maintenance of a national fuel reserve facility. Patrick De Jesus from the National TV Network for a new and better Philippines.